gonna follow a step by step of what we were doing yesterday. What we're gonna try to achieve is a better approach to make the login. Remember that my idea is to make a login which is unique for us and also that works on the server side without using the server side too much, but at the same time that is secure. This is kind of very twisted for some people because they will say, but Reynald, there is no 100% secure system, and I'm going to tell you the truth. The truth is that yes, there are some systems that are in certain way kind of 100% secure because they do not depend on the language, sorry, on the language itself. They also depend on a very logic, which is a very huge logic, which is known only by the creator of the code and also is placed, let's say, on a very good devotional to the truth God means. You would say, what are you trying to say, Reynald? Is God bending to code? And I am going to tell you the truth. Yes. And sorry, I don't like to say, I am going to tell you the truth. Because someone else, which is not my friend, is trying to make witchcraft with those kind of things. But anyway, let's just continue. Let's go here. Okay, before we were having one error, and it was that we wanted to know how to solve the response with the JSON, right? That it was saying um, that it is not expecting. I mean, it was expecting an JSON, and it is getting an empty on the array. Okay. What I'm going to do is just to go here. And I'm going to place, for example, everything, all the code on the order that it should have. Okay, let's do that first of everything. Let's put, for example, all this code here. Let's cut, Control and X, to cut, and then Control and V to paste. And that was everything in that part. Now, what I'm going to do, you see this redirection here? I'm not gonna make it. Let's see what else I am missing. I think that it is okay right there. We could test now this. Show up the JSON in the client side. This is the first task. Let's test this. Testing it. Let's put it on there. Let's look for the BC icon or something like that. Occupy. See? Okay, we could use, for example, this one, or let's see, yes, this one, for example, texting. Okay, because it is in the client side that we want to show it, and let's say that we are trying to look for something. Okay, let's open SAM. Just as yesterday, I showed you how to do it. SAM is not open right now. I am gonna close all the other apps that could interrupt the connection with Sam. And I'm gonna go to start here. And let's go to the login directly, okay? Localhost. Simply diary. Okay, here it is. And okay, let's go here. Submit. Let's go to the network and see users. And as you can see here, it says received. Encrypted password says that it's here and all the things that I was expecting. And let's just, for example, to the encrypted password, which is user password, let's add the salt as well. It is just a matter of placing, for example, plus tested salt. And let's say that this is going to have a chat one, just like this. And you would see Reynald is not this kind of complicated. Truth is that yes, but the good part is that we are not having errors and we are receiving the data, we are receiving what we need. So let's do it again. Let's refresh, sorry, Reynald, submit, and now we got an error. Let's see what is the problem. Unsupported operation type string plus bool. Okay, the thing is that this salt here, tested salt, is a boolean, okay, and it says that it should not be a boolean. So what I'm going to do is just to say if let me see, salt, in this case the salt is this one, salt. Let's say that tested salt is working, then I'm gonna make the echo here. Let's do it. Let's refresh. Now let's make this here. Submit. And let's see, we got an error. String plus says that is a boolean yet. Oh, I have to change this to, for example, object encryption. My object encryption here. This. Okay. Now it should work. If it allows me to use the object itself in there, I think that it won't be a problem because it is kind of a variable. But just in case, we could just change to this, which is going to be the same, but I prefer to use the object instead of the session because sessions are in matter of a space and importance. This is more important than just an object. I don't know if you get it. I mean, this on the disk space is few importance than this. Got it? Let's refresh and this again. Let's see. Now it says that that is an int. What we're gonna do and then in this case is just to change it to stringify. It doesn't need to be a stringify the function, but for example, let's look for it for you to know. how to change an int to a string in PHP. That is what we're gonna look for. How to change an int to a string in PHP. You would see that it is kind of simple. I mean, there is a function, if I am not wrong, that is called toString or something like that. Oh, look, there are two ways. This is the native way. Um, this is another way. Str val, and there is another one. Let's see. Well, let's use this one, str val, because if I am not wrong, that one works. Str val. Yes, str val. There was another that was to a string, but I don't see it here now. Let's see. Let's look for it. To a string function. I think that maybe is on JavaScript. See? It was, yes, it is in JavaScript. That is to a string. Well, anyway, in this case, we're gonna just put strval, and now it should work. As you can see now, it doesn't have any alert or anything like that. So let's close here. Let's test it again. This should be the last one. Submit. And let's see, what is the problem now? A string plus a string. Oh, I see. The problem now is just that I should not be making operations on here. So what I'm gonna do is to place on here encrypted PW over there. And that's it. I'm going to copy and paste over here. And now it should work. It's almost 100% sure that it will work now. If I commit the mistake, remember that committing mistakes is normal. And if you don't get used to committing mistakes, trust me, you will be in a lot of troubles in, oh, this is weird. On line 35, string plus string. Sometimes the concatenation is not with the plus sign as JavaScript, but a point on PHP. I forgot that. I'm sorry. Also, there is another way of making it with the comma, but I think that right now is with the point that is going to work. Let's do it again. I don't like using point, sorry. I have my reasons, trust me. You would understand if you know me, but anyway. Now you can see that it doesn't have any error, and the encrypted password is encrypted. So see you in the next video. I'm going to take a break because sadly I forgot that on PHP is not a plus sign to concatenate. Is not a plus sign, so I like this. Is a point, okay? Always remember that. I forgot it. You know why? Because in JavaScript you could use a plus sign and it doesn't give any error. But for example, if I do something like this, my data username plus, see, plus my data point salt, let's say const super weird salt is equal to this, and this, believe it or no, is valid even to concatenate. Sometimes to make the operation of assume, and also to make concatenations. See you in the next video. Remember that Jesus Christ of Nazareth loved you much more than a guitar.